Just from looking at a single jab, you can tell how different everything is at the top level. And not only are both fighters strong, they each have their own unique fighting style. What kind of fighter is your favorite? Yeah, it's exciting to see when someone's at a disadvantage, but they can instantly turn the tables with a single crippling blow. You don't see it much in amateur matches because they wear headgear. But KOs are one of the most thrilling parts of boxing. Now that I'm watching these again, I can see there's a lot to learn from professional matches. What kind of fighter is your favorite? I get that. The essence of boxing is to land hits without getting hit yourself. I tend to rely on footwork in my matches too. But someday, I'm hoping to master the style of infighting. Now that I'm watching these again, I can see there's a lot to learn from professional matches. What kind of fighter is your favorite? Yeah, some of the great champions are great performers too. They really know how to put on a good show. A lot of people go to watch these matches, so knowing how to keep them engaged is part of the job. So if you're just looking to get strong, professional boxing might not be the path to take. Now that I'm watching these again, I can see there's a lot to learn from professional matches. Plus, when I do it here, I have someone to discuss things with. Let's do this again next time you're free. Man, watching those guys fighting is making it hard for me to sit still. You want to head to my room and wail on the punching bag for a bit? In this fight, each side had one win and one loss. A serious all-or-nothing match. And the fact that they were lifelong rivals only helped them push each other to the top. Do you have anyone you'd consider a rival? Well, good. Make sure you don't lose to them. They must be pretty good if they're on your radar. Kinda makes me want to see how I'd fare against them. Do you have anyone you'd consider a rival? Yeah, I can't imagine there are too many people out there who can match you. If you ever do find someone, though, I'd be curious to see how I'd fare against them. Do you have anyone you'd consider a rival? Interesting. I think facing off against you would make for a good match, but I have no intention of losing. Maybe we should try sparring sometime. Anyways, you'd have to be really lucky to find a partner like that. All the athletes from the other schools avoid me, so it's tough finding an opponent to spar with. And I don't think a long-time childhood friend is quite the same thing as a rival. But hey, the world is a big place. I'll just keep polishing my skills until I find the right person. Sorry, we were supposed to be relaxing, but I just ended up talking the whole time. Let's do this again. I'll put on some real good matches then. I didn't notice the time. Before you go to sleep? You want to crack a raw egg for some protein first? All right. Today we're gonna see some of the greatest matches the champs have ever...
And here we are with the first match of the qualifiers. In the red corner we have Akihiko Sanada-kun from Gekkokan High School.
This is footage from my first official match. My coach from back then recorded it for me. Sorry, looks like I put on the wrong video. Let me switch it out. Hey, come on. It's not that interesting. But I guess this might be a good opportunity. Let's watch it. I look so stiff and nervous. My form is all over the place. How did I even win this? At least I can tell I've improved since then. Here's where I get my life straight in.
And the winner is Sanada-kun from the red corner.
I'm trying to look calm, but on the inside, I can barely contain myself. I know I said before that I just wanted to learn how to fight with my bare hands. But this might actually be why I stuck with boxing. This victory gave me confidence. I wasn't so stiff in any of my later matches. Are you the type to get nervous in front of a bunch of people like that? That's what I like to hear. You're just as reliable as a leader ought to be. If you ever want to try getting in the ring, I'd be glad to have you. Are you the type to get nervous in front of a bunch of people like that? Well, that's a surprise. You don't seem like you let the small things bother you. But I guess you're good at not letting your weakness show, huh? Are you the type to get nervous in front of a bunch of people like that? Yeah. I guess you wouldn't really know how tense that feels without experiencing it for yourself. If you ever want to try getting in the ring, I'd be glad to have you. I've learned a lot from boxing, but there's a strict rule I follow when it comes to winning. Find your opportunity, then strike without hesitation. It's easy enough to remember, but hard to apply. You could say the same thing about fighting shadows, too. I've always tried to keep those words in mind, but now I'll be even more conscious of them. You know, I never thought you'd see me like that. But it did help remind me how I felt when I was starting out. Anyway, sorry you had to sit through that. I'll save the champion matches for next time.
Now we move on to round 2 of the qualifiers. In the red corner,
There's another one?
Akihiko Sanada from
since we're
Gekkokan
already
High
here.
School.
Want to watch some more before we go to sleep?